Dracule Mehawk is one of the most mysterious characters in this story. Not only does he have a unique personality, but just a few days ago, Oda revealed part of the past of the world's greatest swordsman. This means we speculate a bit more about him. We might have already formed some idea of what happened to this character. However, there are several panels that might reveal everything. I want you to take everything I'm going to say as a casual chat between friends as we dive into Mihawk and try to uncover where he might actually come from. So if you want to know everything about this character, stay tuned because I'm going to explain it all now. Dracule Mehawk is possibly one of the most serious characters in One Piece. Very little surprises him, and he rarely smiles. He took the news of Luffy's status as Dragon's son with remarkable calm, in contrast to the shock of others. Unlike most of the swordsmen in the series, he appears to be grounded. Although he's not impressed by every new swordsman in the newspapers, he does recognize talent. In fact, he wants to see Zoro surpass him after witnessing Zoro's incredible will and determination in their first battle at the Baratie. Mihawk says he'll wait for Zoro no matter how long it takes and states that he'll remain the world's greatest swordsman, demonstrating great confidence in his own abilities, which gives us insight into Mihawk's personality. Furthermore, regarding his immense power as a fighter, he was able to identify Luffy's Gear's second form with observation Haki very easily. In our discussion, we mentioned that this moment revealed part of the secret behind Mihawk's eyes, as it seems he might also be able to see slightly into the future, similar to Katakuri's ability. However, there's something else intriguing about Mihawk, his possible connection with a Musama. You might laugh at the idea, as it sounds a bit wild, and I know other YouTubers have discussed it in their own ways, but I think it's entirely plausible. To start understanding this connection between the king of all and the world's greatest swordsman, we need to talk about their eyes as they literally share the same pattern. It's a distinctive pattern, different from what characters like Zunisha, Luffy in his Gear 5th form, or Karibu have. And not only do they have the same shape, but it's suggested they also share the same color. Both Emu and Mihawk's eyes are said to be a deep red. In the anime, Mihawk's eyes are depicted as yellow, but that's likely an adaptation error. Canonically, they are exactly like Ima's eyes. However, this isn't the only thing linking them. As mentioned at the start of the video, Oda recently revealed experiences from Mihawk's past that made him hate the Marines, leading him to become a Marine hunter. Moreover, Oda also hints that Mihawk endured a deep betrayal, which has left him with a similar loneliness and mistrust of human nature as Crocodile. There are moments when he even seems tired of life itself. He joined the Shichibukai to avoid being pursued by the Marines and live peacefully, a point he mentioned while talking to Shanks at one point. But after the Shichibukai system was abolished, he had to hide under Boogie's shadow so as not to draw attention, although the Marines still consider him one of the most dangerous individuals in the world due to his extremely high bounty. Despite living his own way and not bothering anyone, Mihawk has one of the highest bounties in One Piece, which could hint at something more behind this man. But let's break it down. Why would Mihawk hate the Marines? We don't have an official answer yet, but he has a surprisingly good relationship with Shanks. Remember, Shanks belongs to the Figureland family, and although he's a pirate now, he also has a royal lineage. It's intriguing to think that someone else from a similar noble background, perhaps a defector, might have a friendship with the red-haired pirate. While it's true they might simply have bonded as two incredible swordsmen who met at some point to fight, it doesn't rule out a deeper connection. The parallels in this series are endless, and based on all of this, I have a clear suspicion about Mihawk's family. It would be none other than the Nerona family, which is nearly extinct, with few surviving members. Mihawk also suffered a betrayal, which could easily be tied to the experiences he had with the Marines in his past. It's possible he isn't really a bad person and might actually care about the abuse of power. If that's the case, we're looking at a character who once had it all, but gradually came to realize that path wasn't the right one. The betrayal might have come directly from the government, causing him to defect because his beliefs clashed with theirs, similar to what happened with Doflamingo's father, though perhaps less extreme. Something particularly fascinating is when Mihawk was talking with Shanks, and Shanks mentioned a young boy he'd met, obviously Luffy. It's easy to imagine Shanks told Mihawk that Luffy ate a legendary fruit. If we look at the moment between Mihawk and Luffy in Marineford, it's quite striking. Mihawk, a man who is always serious, smiled for one reason alone. He saw Luffy constantly improving in battle. Luffy wasn't anywhere near Mihawk's level, but this progress made Mihawk smile. This man never laughs, which ties perfectly into what I'm about to explain. Mihawk also always carries a cross with him, and one of the few times a Christian cross has appeared in the series is in Bartholomew Kuma's church, where he holds a Bible, likely referencing the god of liberation. It's true that Mihawk's cross and the one in the church are different, but things get interesting when we look closely at Mihawk's sword, which has a cross shape and the same open-ended tips as the cross we see in the panel. Combining this with Mihawk's dislike of the Marines, Shanks telling him about Luffy, and Mihawk's smile at Luffy's progress, it makes me wonder if Mihawk has heard of the sun god Nika and is waiting for him as well. If everything is foretold and Luffy is the joy boy mentioned in legend, it's possible that the world's greatest swordsman is also a pilgrim of Nika. This would be a fascinating and beautifully interconnected idea, especially if Mihawk truly has a familial link to Imu-sama. That wraps up today's video. I'll leave you with 2 more videos that you might find interesting, so don't hesitate to check them out. Remember to subscribe, share, and comment. Greetings, and see you next time.